What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to The Fringe. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving weekend. I know it was very busy around the Fringe household as I remained upstairs in quarantine because of the flu. Just getting over that now, so my apologies again if my voice is a little raspy. We're going to talk a little bit about Mark Carney and his lies, because we all saw before the federal election, Mark Carney comes out and says, well, pretty much anything he wants. And he steals from Pierre Poilievre. He steals from the conservatives and claims that it's his own. He was caught with plagiarism accusations. I mean, the Carney lies memes that were flowing all over the internet. We went back on a live stream and actually covered those to almost 40 minutes of amazing memes and laughs. But Mark Carney's at it again. He's lying. This time, he's disrespecting our veterans. You guys know one thing on this channel. I love our veterans. Mark Carney disrespected them over the weekend. As you can see here, this Thanksgiving, we're grateful for the members of the Canadian Armed Forces serving abroad. While most Canadians gather with loved ones, they stand on guard, sacrificing time with their families to protect ours. Thank you for your service and dedication. So, one thing he doesn't mention as he shows this video, and again, I'll just keep the audio off as we go through, is that it makes it look as though while Mark Carney was around the world with Trump's peace deal and everything else, that he was taking time to sit down and recognize our men and women in service. Well, what's really funny about that is that good old Ryan Garrettson did his work. I keep telling you guys this is the greatest X account to follow on the platform. Go and check it out. Looks like Carney is recycling footage from a trip in August to make it look as though he stopped in to visit service members this Thanksgiving. Nothing is real with this guy. Of course, you can see down here, he's got this guy circled back from the old post in August. And here you have it down here. Or no, this is the Thanksgiving one on the left, sorry. Here's the Thanksgiving one on the left. Here's the one from August. When people see a maple leaf in a uniform, they see hope. They get help. That's the women and men of the Canadian Armed Forces. Their service, their values, love that he used that word, and their strength represent the very best of Canada. Of course, you see the same guy sitting right here, and you can even see the girl in the left with the blonde ponytail sitting across as well. Just recycled footage. What a genuine guy Mark Carney is, hey? What a stand-up guy Mark Carney is. It goes beyond that, because as Trump was signing his peace deal in the Middle East, you can see good friend of the channel Bradshaw tweeting out how embarrassing Mark Carney can't even sit up straight or look happy that the peace deal is being signed. Instead, he's slouching and looks like a little boy in the background who's bored. Now, it might have had, I'm going to show the footage in a minute, but it might have had something to do with this. If you guys haven't seen this hot mic moment, I'm sure many have, because it's been making its rounds on social media. People can say, Fringe, you're a little late to the party on this one. I know, there were family things going on. It was a long weekend, folks. Cut me some slack. New hot mic, Carney. Now Donald Trump had said something in the speech while he was introducing Mark Carney. He called him president. Slip of the tongue. Carney says to him, I'm glad you upgraded me to President Trump. Oh, did I say that? At least I didn't call you governor. We are 100% a vassal state, says the tweet. Now, I've turned it up as loud as we can get it. I've enhanced the volume as much as I can, so hopefully you guys are able to hear it in the background. Good old Trump shaking Carney's hand. Oh, did I say that? Well, at least I didn't call you a governor. There you go. The Trump's getting better with this cold going away. Let's take a listen. Again, I'll try and get it as loud as we can get it. But Trump really embarrassing Mark Carney here.
So you going back?
I'll go back. I'm glad you upgraded me to president.
Oh, did I say? Great stuff.
It's good. I started.
At least I didn't say
Great stuff.
At least I didn't say governor. Now, that's a reference back to the old Governor Trudeau when he was talking about the 51st state. I love that he keeps sneaking in these 51st state jokes. But nonetheless, as Trump is signing the peace deal, you can already see Carney in the background slouching, looking disappointed like a little kid, being put at the kids' table. Hey, take a look at this. Here we go. Looks like he's almost fallen asleep.
This took 3,000 years to get to this point. Can you believe it? And it's going to hold up, too. It's going to hold up. Okay, thank you.
That's just shameful what Mark Carney does there. Again, Donald Trump being nominated, by the way, for the Nobel Peace Prize. I think it's fantastic. I think he should absolutely be given the Nobel Peace Prize after what he did. But this is the state of our country, folks. We have a prime minister who slaps our men and women in service in the face. He goes abroad. He doesn't represent our country at all or our values, Mark. What happens when he comes back to the House of Commons? Oh, right. Nothing. Nothing will happen. No accountability. No pushback. In fact, the only pushback that's coming is coming to our citizens. I know we keep talking about C9, C8 and C9 a lot, but it's important that we mention it at every opportunity we get. Because rather than worry about wars around the world and stopping long-time wars, conflicts, getting the country back to work, fixing our economy, well, they're more interested in censoring us. Because the UK has already done the same thing. This is how Mark Carney's values are going to continue to be pushed on Canadians. I wanted to show this clip because a lot of people were talking about the bill itself. Now, I've already criticized that Pierre Poilievre, in fact, hasn't even come out and said anything physically against this bill. I know other conservatives have sat in committees. Other conservatives like Andrew Lawton are representing Canadians. I know Dr. Leslyn Lewis has stood up and said things about censorship, but Pierre is the leader of the opposition. I can take value at the fact that he's allowing some people of his team to represent the party as well, that he's not just going to do it himself. But at some point, if he wants Canadians to believe he has their interests at heart, yeah, it wouldn't hurt to say something, Pierre. I really hope you say something soon. The UK has arrested 12,000 people for social media posts in the last year. Just in the last year, folks. That's 1,000 people a month. Canada has 3 bills that are far worse than the UK insanity. So it's not just that you can be arrested for social media posts. Bill C8 can delete you from the internet. Meaning they're allowed to take away your ability to have a cell phone, to have an internet provider. Just like freezing your bank account, they can take away your ability to be online, period. And they don't need a reason, just that, well, you spread hate speech. Hate speech that they aren't defining, by the way. Bill C9 is jail for posting a meme. Bill C2, online surveillance. Listen to what Joe Rogan's describing about what's happening in the UK. Now, with those 3 points in mind, think about how far worse it's going to be in Canada.
Yeah, these motherfuckers are pushing digital ID on these people. And once they do digital ID, they're going to attach it to a social credit score.
Yep.
They're going to attach it to a carbon footprint score. And then they'll be able to control your movement and control you entirely. And most importantly, they've already arrested 12,000 people for social media posts.
That's insane.
Above and beyond every other country. Way above Russia. Russia was like 400 last year. The UK is 12,000. Any criticism of immigration, any criticism of grooming gangs and people being raped, any talk about how horrible this is, they come visit you. It's like someone's trying to destroy England. It's literally like they've got a concerted effort to destroy England, and they're getting away with it.
Yeah, and what happens over there?
It's really crazy. It's really crazy to watch because the mass immigration's not an accident. If I was going to destroy a country, I would do it exactly the way they're doing it. I'd take away their freedom, take away their ability to protest, take away their guns, which they did in the 90s, and then you start tightening that noose. Tighter and tighter, add more restrictions, more this, more that.
I mean, we're getting closer.
And just the arresting people. When you arrest 12,000 people for social media posts, you don't just arrest people for social media posts. You change people's ability to post about things because of fear. So they self-censor. So you don't even you're hitting them with like this one guy who complained about. There's a famous video where this fucking idiot in a wig. He's one of them judges they wear the wigs, the white powdered wigs, and he's sentencing this guy for 20 months for social media posts that are normal. Like normal complaints about mass immigration of illegals from other countries that aren't assimilating and that they believe are ruining their society, which there's a real argument for. And that's what online discourse is supposed to be about, like having conversations. Like I'm voicing my concern for the way society is running right now because of what's happening, and no one's doing anything about it, and no one's protecting anybody. It's nuts, man.
I couldn't agree more. Now, when you think about that, when you hear that, put all of that into perspective. They're just talking about the UK. How much does that sound like what's already happening in Canada? More restrictions, more rules, taking away firearms, taking away your rights, slowly tightening that noose so that, again, social credit score, carbon footprint score. If you've ever gone through Mark Carney's book, Values, that's the blueprint. And it's being used on Canadians as we speak. So we had to sneak that in because no matter what you're thinking about the disrespect to our veterans at Thanksgiving, and yes, that's a big deal. Mark Carney's behavior overseas, the complete lack of respect as Donald Trump achieves one of the largest accomplishments I think any leader could have got in the last, 100 years. There's a reason for it all. And this reason, folks, is what everyone needs to be concerned about right now. This country needs a wake-up call. The elbows up community, the people that are behind Mark Carney that say, "Oh, we support him." How is it going to be? Like they're probably chanting. People like Rachel Gilmore chanting, "Oh, good, censor the internet." Those rules apply to you too. What happens when Mark Carney shuts them all down? And it's too late, and we can't do anything about it. Those are the things we have to worry ourselves with. Let me know what you folks think down below in the comments. If it's your first time here, I sure hope this video earned your subscription before we're censored off the platform. Leave a thumbs up and a comment down below. Sure helps push this video out against the algorithm, especially the comments. Make sure you leave a comment down below, folks. Join me live twice weekly on the channel now, Wednesdays and Friday for Unhinged Fringe on Wednesdays, Friday Night Fringe on Fridays, as I'm joined by the beautiful Mrs. Fringe on Friday nights. So we talk about everything that happened this week in politics, everything we know coming up in the week ahead, as well as Q&A within the greatest YouTube community on the platform. I look forward to chatting with you guys each and every week. It is my last bastion of sanity to hear what you guys have to say in those live streams. I most importantly look forward to hearing from you this week, starting at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, every Wednesday and Friday here on the channel. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you on the next one.